Somewhere in paradise. There's a little bit of green left in my hair. And a bit of paint on my face still. I'm just crying under my jacket. It's nice and warm under here. Live now. Why did I write that? I might watch some. But first, let's start with TikTok.
Many different Joker laughs I can do in under 1 minute. Let's go!
I'm not tired.
And that's it, everyone. I managed to do all those laughs just before it was 1 minute. Sometimes being a supervillain can be so difficult sometimes. They take one look at me and they go, "Oh, it's the Joker!" But I love the attention. Sometimes being a night. Oh, you have no idea. How about we make it so you won't be sleeping any other night?
That's making me so warm.
By the way, I hope you like the look. I haven't dyed my hair green in ages.
I'm actually scared. Jeez.
Boo.
Didn't think I was that scary.
I'm super curious on how rubbery my face truly is. So let's test it out, shall we?
So Joker hasn't seen the drawing I did for you, best friend? No, I don't think he has. It's not the same without makeup on. But what's something different now? Wanna be a millionaire so fucking bad. Hey Johannites! Hello my friend. That's funny. Why did you say what the hell for? Oh, this stupid belt. It's annoying me. I'm gonna take it off. Ah. Oh, that's much better. I say a Joker face on my screen. Yes, I did some Joker cosplay earlier. Well, I dyed my hair green and did the makeup, but I didn't get in costume. I couldn't be bothered. This is what I'm gonna watch. Morning menu TV.
Copy tips movements to move the cursor up.
Oh, and guess what, best friend? I forgot to tell you. I never actually did it, but I was thinking of doing one of those AMSR parodies, doing the Joker, actually planning to eat Tiny Lisa. And I've been thinking, I've got the perfect props for it. I've got salt and pepper in the pantry, and I've got tomato sauce in the fridge. I could definitely make one of those, but I might only allow you and me to watch it because not everyone is into that kind of stuff.
Now,
Not everyone
I did it!
likes war.
I'm fit. How old am I? God, this is getting personal, isn't it? Well, if you must know, if you couldn't tell by my get-up, I am actually 25 years old. Okay, it's a boy! Okay, I know, this isn't why you're here. You saw the title of this video and then jumped on to see
That
Will
was
Smith
great.
fish and the funny green man opening the door. And that's great if that's all you're here to see, thanks for stopping by. But what other jokes can I make about the cultural impact of DreamWorks animated movies? What initially began as the edgy anti-Disney and Pixar studio made solely to stick its finger up to the iceberg
Yes,
that
I
Walt is
was,
living in,
best
DreamWorks
friend.
Animation have been responsible for some genuine
Maybe I'll draw it tomorrow.
excellent 2D and 3D films when all they cared about was being better than Michael Rat. And then Shrek happened. I don't think anybody predicted how massive Shrek would become, even DreamWorks themselves. But as soon as that happened, the company avenged chart-topping pop songs for the soundtrack, pop culture references so dated that they brought your granny back to life and murdered her again, and of course, the inevitable, the inescapable.
That's a shame, really, because I love DreamWorks movies, but now they've become really bad. No, I still love DreamWorks. Cool, a Lisa Pizza Special, my favourite. Wait a minute.
Video game tie-in. When Shrek 1 came out, I was 6 years old, so at the height of DreamWorks' popularity, I was the prime target demographic for all the video games that started flooding in, all based on our favourite, lovable, timeless children's films. I played so many of these games
What the fuck?
back then, so I thought it would be fun to revisit them today. But the scary thing is that I don't remember liking any of them. I mean, in Disney's their Jews, they at least have plenty of great titles across all consoles that you can imagine, especially Mickey Mouse Escapade and Disney Sports Skateboard. But DreamWorks animation games, they were absolutely everywhere in the early to mid 2000s.
Why is it making that sound?
3 levels in and we can finally explore the ocean, which is exactly what the back game being a 7 out of 10. The disc boots up and we get to see a pus spot with legs pulling on a chain, and looking at it makes me feel sore and itchy. I've got a spot to them. They were like a fart in a car wash, but barely any of them were any good. Barely any of them have given me fond memories, and today we're going to find out why.
I don't think it was, best friend. It was just the sound doing something strange, but it's gone now.
That is, aside from the obvious reasons. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna get this over with, because I haven't been able to stop thinking about that face for 3 weeks. So let's start off with Shark Tale for the Xbox. Behind every little fish is a great white line.
A lot of people hate this movie, and a lot of people love it. Because it's part of their childhood. My childhood as well.
What? You mean like this game being a 7 out of 10? The disc boots up and we get to see a pus spot with legs pulling on a chain, and looking at it makes me feel sore and itchy. I've got a spottum on my bottom. The first screen has this, and this on it, so we're off to a great start. But I mean, at least the main menu screen looks pretty cool. It looks all underwatery and like a big, bumpy, and wibbly. I also really like the transition screens between all the different levels. This looks really cool. I just wish I didn't get to see this shark's gums. I feel very uncomfortable. There is such a thing as too much gum, and that is it. The first mission of the game is essentially a glorified QuickTime event. You see an arrow and move towards it. Nothing more to it. And it really loves to reuse exactly the same lines. I'm gonna die! So we dodged the shark for a while, unable to decide which fish I'm supposed to be scared of, and then we did it. I guess that was the end of that. Turns out we were only dreaming though, big shock, and so we're treated to a cutscene with plenty of full screen shots of the fish faces, which is closer than anyone should ever be. So Will Smith Fish over here, who's not voiced by Will Smith in the game, is late on his rent again. So unfortunately we're now being repossessed, which can only mean one thing.
If Bear Movie? What's Bear Movie? Don't you mean B Movie? That became before Shrek. I mean, B movie came after Shrek did.
The minigame.
You could use your dash to circle them fine furnaces before they smash on the ground!
Oh. I hope he's not a recurring character. Luckily, it isn't another QuickTime event, but it isn't exactly thrilling. You spin in circles around your belongings thrown out of the window to catch them while listening to Ziggy Marley. Because every little thing is gonna be alright when you're being evicted. I'm not sure what's more sad, though. The fact that we're now technically homeless, or that somebody opened a shop that's very nearly Wang's Delicious. Ah, finally! 3 levels in and we can finally explore the ocean, which is exactly what the back of the box told me I could do. Let's go, fishy wishy! Okay, we can't.
I bet they will look cute, best friend.
This is the first game I'm looking at. I can't move. What's going on? What are you doing? Ah! This game controls like urinary incontinence. It's just constantly freaking out and completely unable to hold itself. This is easily the most spastic movement I've ever seen in a game. And that's when you aren't getting stuck in every crevice you can find. Moving is uncontrollable, and trying to attack enemies with specific weak points is a pipe dream. It either doesn't register the attack, or you get snagged on some other random speck of algae in the sea to stop you from moving. What are the enemies?
Oh, not another advert!
Send a video to your friend.
No. Sorry,
When they
I
watch it,
mistyped. I
their
don't know
face
why it
is
said
recorded.
Bear Movie. I meant to
Their
say
face
Bear
reaction
Movie
is
didn't
sent
become a
back to
box
you.
office
Now
hit.
you can see how it really made them feel. Download Interface today.
Great drawing you did. Yeah, good for its time, I guess, best friend. When I look back on it, I'm not so happy with it.
I love my Domino's ginger. It's game on! You need to feed your team. 3 pizzas, 3 sides, a delicious cheese.
Enemies in this game? Well, whatever the game decides is an enemy. Seriously, the enemies are barely distinguishable from the other innocent civilian fish, and when they are a little bit more obvious, they appear from off-camera all the time, ready to make Will Smith Fish's face look worse than it already is. And don't get me started on how great the sound design is. I can't put it into words. It's just... Oh, look, this guy was a recurring character after all. Oh, joy.
You'd find this a lot easier if you used your dash.
Well, I'd find you a lot easier on my ears if I kicked your ass! So here I am exploring the ocean streets as best as I can for this stage. However, there are not only multiple path diversions to flip the x-axis, but there are also invisible walls everywhere, making it impossible to get a mental map of this giant level in your head. Even with a map feature, which even has bends in it. Bends in a 2D game. I have no idea which direction I'm supposed to be moving on this thing. Has anyone got the salt and vinegar? I want to put this fish out of its misery. Also, to get your health back, you go inside houses and then come out again covered in hearts, which means that somebody in that house is going down on this. And what is all of this for? A mission where I've got to find 3 copies of this.
I don't think cleaner wrasse are edible fish.
Same identical fish that then magically transform into 3 completely different fish and then have to clean up graffiti around the walls that should already be washed off since we're submerged in the water. Next level time, and we've got a cutscene here explaining that there have been shark sightings near the city, and since Will Smith Fish is the closest one to talk to, he gets asked on TV how he feels about this, which logically leads to a Dance Dance Revolution minigame featuring this face laughing at you. I mean, this is just sad, isn't it? Was it kids game law back in the day for every game to have at least one terrible and delayed rhythm game? At least he's happy with the mess he's made. After this is another game basically exactly the same as the intro missions, but you're going away from the screen instead of towards it, and this is followed by the worst stealth mission I have ever played. Because you can go as fast as you want and alert as many guards as you want, as long as you hide immediately afterwards, wait for about 2 seconds, and then speed off again right into the front of everyone's vision. The entire level lasts for just over 30 seconds. I'm not kidding. Shark Tale is a classic example of throwing everything at the wall and nothing sticking. It's a kid's game, so you got to give them the variety or
They could have done a lot better.
they'll get bored too quickly, but I don't care about that. I'd rather have one gameplay style done right, thanks. And all of these issues wouldn't be so bad. But this game is so damn ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Even the health bar face picture is ugly. How do you even do that? At least we're all underwater right now, because that means you can't see the tears in my eyes. Well, that was horrible. So do you want to know how to ruin somebody's day in 2 steps? It's easy. Step 1, give them Shrek Treasure Hunt on PS1. And step 2, remind them about Blue Waffle. Right off the bat, I'm not exactly a fan of Fiona's face right here. She looks like she just realised who she shares a bed with. Oh, hey, no, get out of there, Tomb Raider. Shrek's got some treasure to find. Now, what do we want to pick? Do we want to select, selectionnaire, or Valent? Okay, so as it turns out, the person I eBayed this game from didn't look after the disc very well. I don't know why. But because of that, all the cutscenes are a little bit terrible. It's okay though, because we can still get to the menus, and judging by this music, it sounds like we're off to Shrek's funeral. Maybe the intro cutscene won't be as balked as the other ones, though. I feel optimistic, so what's the story here?
Princess Fiona arrived.
Oh. She did? And you know what? The funeral procession song at the start menu was fitting, because this game is dead on arrival. My lord, this frame rate. Is this a video game or a book? I'm stunned that this looks and runs as poor as it does for a PS1 game released in 2002. But that doesn't matter, because I've got 10 blocks of G's to find. This then unlocks a room for me to go into in order to play a mini-game. And the name of this mini-game is...
actually existed in the early 2000s. And I've played a game that was made back in 1995, and the graphics were pretty good for its time. That game was Crash Bandicoot. What the hell is wrong with this
Purgatory, because it never actually loaded, and this drowning bug in the corner was left to slowly die in its own filth forever. Right then, it's time to give this disc a clean. Right then, let's try again. 10 cheeses into the minigame room, and... oh, nope, still nothing. Okay, time to give the disc another clean. Voila, we're in, and aren't I glad I finally got it working? No, because this game is my armpit. Shrek for the PS1 is a weird platforming party game hybrid, where in the platforming moments you can run and jump. No, that's it. Enemy coming your way? Tough luck, sunshine, you can't attack back. But then again, they can't really hurt you either, they just kind of knock you to the floor. Ah! So what's the point of any of these sections? I really don't know. You collect items to unlock more mini. Collect anything, it might as well just be a level select. And I'd rather it be a level select, because this part of the game is as appealing as soap scum. That's some good scum! Even if you took this part of the game away, though, it ultimately doesn't matter. The minigames you unlock are at best unimaginative and at worst totally wretched. From copying simple button presses to moving your cursor over to a ripple in the water to catch fish and reel them in. Very slowly. 9 times. Oh great, the fish got away for no reason at all. I suppose that means I should reel the line in at the same speed as I would do if I had the fish on the line, because the fish might change its mind and go back to the... How unenjoyable this whole package is. You could spend up to 15 minutes wandering aimlessly around this jittery wasteland with no obstacles to avoid, looking for random items, only to unlock a terrible minigame that lasts all of 20 seconds, and then you're back at the slideshow again. But at least there's a button you can hold to walk, in case the whole thing wasn't moving slowly enough for you! Or you could do exactly the same thing and then be treated to a minigame that lasts yet another 15 minutes.
Oh, I'm watching The Nightmare World of DreamWorks Games by Caddy Karis. Video game review. How do we get rid of that? If you put that in Stitch made this, if you put that in Stitch fan made this for me. stupid adverts. How do I get rid of them?
Not because it's deep or fun, but because it just doesn't get to the point. Oh look, Shrek has something to tell me. What's that? Oh great, this frame rate is making me ill. I can't be...
Like, that was really stupid. What the hell? As he thinks that as me and him best friend, it's very sweet. As he told me
again. But at least there's a button you can hold to walk, in case the whole thing wasn't moving slowly enough for you! Or you could do exactly the same thing and then be treated to a minigame that lasts yet another 15 minutes. Not because it's deep or fun, but because it just doesn't get to the point. Oh look, Shrek has something to tell me. What's that? Oh great, this frame rate is making me ill. I can't be the only one getting eye ache here, can I? Why did they release this in the state that it's in? And why do the lily pads in the water look like floating kidneys? Okay, I'm just about done now. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go outside. Well, as scary as everything is out there right now, at least I know I'm 100% safe indoors. Oh God! Don't be fooled, you aren't safe. So keep all of your personal information secure.
No, I don't care. No.
Today, I still use it while we're all stuck indoors. So go to the description below to the link expressvpn.com/caddy and find out how to get 3 months of this service for free. Hey, sec, what's that noise? Oh, wow, look at that bee over there! Wait a second, that isn't a bee. It's a hand passing me bee. Movie on the... Ah, yes, from one meme to another. What better way to rinse my brain out than with jumping 2 console generations from PS1 to Xbox 360. Contains no material likely to offend or Crash Team Racing nitro-fueled Beenox, and I'm convinced that they were picked for the sake of a pun and nothing else. Oh, and don't worry, that is not the only bee pun they have. I've got some too.
I hadn't heard about the video game.
It's both challenging and entertaining.
Well, you know what, lady? You're a lying cow. Because this is without a doubt one of the easiest games I think I've ever played. You get an achievement for getting into a car. No, not driving the car, getting inside the car. And you even get an achievement for pressing the of BTA. Hey! Even better, there's no consequences for that either. You can even steal cars that are already being driven, and the bee that you take it from just drops whatever he's doing and becomes your chaperone. Yeah, give me the wheel!
Must be another advert.
I feel like drinking the bodily nectar from my enemy. You know what this game reminds me of sometimes? Banjo-Kazooie. Hey! Well, I mean, I'm assuming it's a collectathon at least, because to be honest, I didn't really play the game. It was way more fun to break it into pieces. That is, of course, when the game isn't pestering me every 30-odd seconds, yelling at me to go to an objective marker. Like, come on, you give me this huge world to explore and won't shut up until I comply? I'm afraid I'm gonna have to be annoyed.
What's it doing?
Man and disobey. Hey!
You really should get a job.
Well, you should really walk around the bin. No, stop it! No, don't invite your friends! Get your weird cloned granny lovers off of my porch! I want to crash my... Oh. I think I'll leave you there. You know what? All the residents of this hive are totally screwed up now that I think about it. I mean, what in the blazes is going on over here? Hello? Are you melting? Is anybody gonna help him? Ah! Ooh. No worries, everyone. He buzzed off. Hey! Do 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 do. Whoop. Do 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 do. Whoop. Do 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 do. Okay, so I hijacked this guy's car, forced him to crazy taxi me over to my objective, and that was a grave error but can just jaw and swallow me. After this, I decided this is a job simulator, and it is
What? Now? Looks like I'm gonna have to stop the live stream. Yes?
Get it? They want me to fit in with the hive and do my job like a good